Good morning, y'all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is your girl Gigi. Thanks for stopping by and viewing the video. If you are a recurrent subscriber and viewer, please make sure that you are subscribed and please make sure that you do like and comment on the video as well as share it. And if you are a newbie, thank you for stopping by and be sure to also subscribe, like, share, and comment as well. So today, we are going to talk about this whole twin flame thing because I feel like a lot of people that's just like starting to tune in to like tarot is really getting the whole thing mixed up. And it's pretty much messing it up for us who if y'all hear all that, I'm making some breakfast right now. And I feel like it's pretty much messing it up for us who's been on this journey for such a long time. Like I've been on mine for about like 2 years, okay? So some people would be like, oh, well, you're still kind of relatively new versus people who's been on there for like 4, 5, 6, 10, 15, so on and so forth. And what I feel like a lot of people is getting mixed up, really, right now is the whole twin flame karmic thing. Like a lot of people feel like their twin flame is the person at the corner store that they argue with every day because they really love this person and this person put them through so much. And what a lot of people are mixing up is, especially with me, like twin flame relationships are not like when you are together, it is the most exciting thing ever. Like it's filled with so much love, it's filled with so much joy, it's filled with so much laughter. It's like y'all get each other. Y'all can be each other. Y'all can be y'all authentic self around each other because you know that the person next to you is just as weird as you are. You know what I'm saying? So the person next to you, meaning your twin, is not going to judge you for being authentically you because they have the same weirdness. You understand what I'm saying? They have the same quirkiness. They have the same, the same energy that you have. Like so whatever, like if you're weird or you have like, let's say you're a person that's hella random, you say hella random things at hella random moments. They understand it, they gets it, they laugh at your jokes, of course it's a relationship or a friendship. Y'all gonna have y'all ups and downs, but it's not to the point where y'all always in like a competition with who can outdo each other and all this jealousy issues and all this, oh, are you cheating, are you with this person, are you with that person? That is a very karmic relationship. That is not a twin relationship. That karmic is trying to tell you, like, listen, you need to leave me alone and do better, especially when they start using manipulation tactics, and really digging into narcissism. Oh, what my mom never loved me and all this other stuff. Buddy, I'm not your mom, and it seems like you have mommy issues and it seems like they're unresolved. So I'm gonna need you to take your time and not date anybody and talk to your mother and figure out and come to the conclusion of that. And I need you to heal yourself. That's not a twin. Like when you come into contact and you're in physical contact with your twin, y'all are both healed. Y'all have done the work. Y'all know what y'all supposed to do. Y'all are on y'all path. Y'all are doing y'all thing. Like, if y'all are still a little bit up and down, y'all not going to be together. And most twins, a majority of twins, a lot of twins are not in communication, so they don't talk to each other. They don't see each other and stuff like that. And even if they do, it's very little to no contact. You understand what I'm saying? Like you have a person and you trying to figure out his who or her who, her their who, what, when, where, whys, and hows. Like, are you still with this? Are you still with your ex? And why do you like? If my whole thing is like, and I've always said it, and a lot of other readers that I've come across have, said the same thing. Like, y'all are going to be different for each other in other ways. So, for instance, let's say if it's, financial. So, let's say your twin is really great at finances, right? And you not so much. They're going to come in and help you, how to better understand your finances, because at the end of the day, they are your strength in areas when you are weak. And you are their strength in areas when they're weak, and vice versa and stuff like that. So a lot of people, it's like, oh, I'm with my person, he's my twin, and it's like, no, baby, he's your karmic. He's not your twin, because when you are with this person, and a lot of people are, they're easily manipulated. They sit there and they cry crocodile Dundee tears, and they're like, oh, and this is where the trauma is coming out. And this is where all the insecurities is pouring out. They're like, oh, well, when I was growing up, my mother never loved me, or when I was growing up. And it's like, baby, you're 40 years old and you're still dealing with that. I'm going to need you to get that all the way together. You understand what I'm saying? Like, my thing is, if I've known you for multiple years and I'm still trying to figure out who the fuck you truly are, you're not for me. Because if I can't know you in the first goddamn week, because me, I'm super authentic, and I know a lot of people, it takes them time to open up to people, which is still cool. But if I'm with you for 4 years, 5 years, and I'm still trying to figure out your life and still trying to figure out what the fuck you do, and you always want to be this fucking mysterious person, and it's always a competition between us. It's always some jealousy. You always saying some crazy shit out your mouth. We always arguing. It's always something, and then all of a sudden you want to lead with passion and sex and stuff like that. No. That is not your twin. That is not a healthy fucking relationship. That is so fucking toxic, and you are just as toxic because you are entertaining that, and you don't really know your own self-worth, because you are allowing this person to fucking run over you. You can't sit up here and say, oh, I'm a strong blah blah blah. It's like you're so unhealed, just as this person is unhealed. Like, you're allowing this person to fucking fuck your mind in so many fucking different ways, and use their words and stuff like that. Me, I'm the type of person, if a man comes to me and say, we talking or whatever, and he say something like, oh yeah, the reason why I act like this is because this happened to me in life. And I'm gonna be like, you know what? We all went through some shit in life. I went through some shit in life as a child, as a teen, as a young adult. And I fucking grew from it. I took these lessons and I fucking learned. I applied it to the fucking game. You charge that shit to the fucking game so you know what the fuck to look out for. I'm not sitting here and gonna fucking pity party you because you want a fucking pity party. You want somebody to and ooh over you. I'm not fucking doing that. My thing is, did you learn? What did you learn? How did you grow? How did that help you grow? If you can't answer those questions to me, then you don't need to sit in front of me, beside me, behind me, next to me. You don't need to even be anywhere in my vicinity. You understand? Like me, I'm not going for the sob stories of, the woe is me, and this happened to me, and this happened to me. Okay, a lot of things happen to a lot of people. I know a lot of homeless people that they ain't got shit right now, but they walk around with a motherfucking smile on their face. You got a house, a home, a car, a good job, and you already sitting up here depressed and all in your woe is me energy. It's like, I'm gonna need you to flip that bitch all the way around. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people look for empathy and sympathy and people to, awe over them and stuff like that. Like, that's not like me. Like, and that's something that I have been trying to work on, because I know I could definitely be in like my masculine energy where I just cut to the motherfucking chase and cut to the point. And my mouthpiece can be really, really sharp and really, I don't give a fuck. But sometimes it's needed. Like, sometimes as a female, as a feminine, we can't always be, cutesy girly. Sometimes we have to, let a person know what the fuck it is. Like, some people, you can talk to them really nice. Like, I could be like, babe, I understand, you're going through a lot of things right now, and, we all go through things, but I will not sit here and pity you. I would not sit here and baby you. I will not sit here and coddle you. You're an adult. I'm going to need you to really heal from that. I'm going to need you to grow and to figure out where you are in life and what you actually want to do, because I feel like what you're doing is detrimental to who you truly are. Like, it's killing you, and you're trying to keep up with a facade or like this character, and you're not getting anywhere. Just think of an actor or an actress that keeps auditioning for certain roles, and they just don't get it because they keep auditioning for the same exact thing, and they're not stepping out of their comfort zone to really understand and learn that it's so much more out there. Like, you can do so much more. You're so talented. You're so creative. Like, and then I will bring up things that they said that they were into. Like, why don't you just get into that? Like, it's a lot of programs out there that you can go to, and this and that. And it's like, sometimes people don't want to hear like the really nice, sweet stuff. Sometimes people want to hear you say, "Get your shit together, motherfucker," because you're doing too motherfucking much. And I'm not going to sit up here, and if you're a person that's used to that tone of aggression and stuff like that, that is also a trauma. If you easily get triggered, or you get nervous or fearful from people yelling or talking loud, that is also a trauma, because maybe as a kid your parents yelled. They always got loud. So when people yelled and got loud, it triggers you, because it feels like, oh shit, I'm in trouble now. So you have to know the things that trigger you. Like me, I don't like loud noises. I live with loud people. I had a loud stepfather. Like, I don't like loud noises. Even to the day, like, if somebody is out in the street and they're just yelling, I'm like, what is happening? I'm like, why is people yelling? And stuff like that. So, like I said, a lot of people is coming onto this journey, and they looking at all these tarot readings, and they're pretty much taking general readings as their own reading, and you have to use your discernment. You have to say, this is for me, this is not for me. Like, narrow it down. Watch your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus. If you're looking for a career and stuff like that, watch your Jupiter. Watch your Jupiter. Watch your 10th house. Watch your, some people say 11th house. If you're, like creation, children, or whatever, and that's normally your 5th house. Health and stuff like that is your 6th house. Family, family and short distance travel is your 3rd house. Long distance travel and higher education and stuff like that, and religion and stuff like that is your, I believe, your 9th and 12th house. Your hidden enemies, hidden things from you. A lot of people, even though that's your 12th house, it's also your hidden enemies is your 7th house. Your relationship, 7 and 8. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to learn these things. Like, a lot of people don't know what they're actually looking for. Like, I feel like if you're going to go to tarot, you need to go to tarot with a purpose. Like, what are you looking for to gain out of this? Like, what information are you trying to seek? Or you could just be a person that just like tarot surf, but you have to understand that people who just watch tarot videos, they use their discernment, because they know, like, I'm not in here looking for a message. I just like the craft. Like, I just like the craft. I think it's really, really cool. But when you watching it for a specific person, you need to set those intentions and those questions, and you have to learn how to, acknowledge what the fuck is wrong. You have to hold not only yourself accountable, but hold that person accountable. That's like when my twin told me, him and I was talking one day, and he was like how he went to the casino and he lost, and it was something that he lost at the casino. And I pretty much was holding him accountable, because I said, well, if you wasn't being, irresponsible, you wouldn't have lost it. So now that they don't have it, now you're upset. You're in your feelings. It's nobody's fault but yours. I was holding him accountable, because if you was keeping an eye on your stuff, you would have still had it. But because you was being irresponsible and you was being quick and fast, you lost it. So that's your fault. Point blank period. Just hold it just like that. But like I said, a lot of people now, they're like, oh, it's coming to the point where it's like, y'all, like, And I'm gonna say it like that. Like y'all fucking it up for the people that's really truly on this journey. Like really truly on this journey. Like I always say, if you have to go and ask, you know, outside people, like if you have to constantly go and ask people, is this my twin? Is this my twin? Is this my twin? And they're telling you no, then it's no. You know, it's like, but why are you asking other people? Why don't you just go and pray and ask God to show you if this person is your twin? And if they're not, then show them, you know, who is or what that person is to you and what's your lesson and in the meaning behind that. Like y'all doing the most y'all doing the most for the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all doing the most for the exact bare minimum. And us people who's really on this journey is tired of y'all. Because we trying to bring in shit and here y'all are just doing all this other stupid shit. Like, I know a lot of people that just like, oh, well, I'm with my person and I'm asking them questions and I'm, you know, and then they like, huh? Like, what do you mean? And I'm like, baby, you need to ask God, not that Rita, okay? Like I have amazing readers that I truly love, that I love down and stuff like that. And yeah, when I first started my journey, I was guided to their channel because I was just like I was drawn, I was pulled in. It was like that, you know, it was like watch this person or listen to their message this morning or listen to this message and stuff like that. And that's how I was able to get my advice and my, you know, things that I needed to get. But it's certain people who's not, you know, who's not doing that. And it's like they're taking, you know, regular Joe from down the block and saying, oh, Joe is my twin because this is what we go through. And it's like, no, Joe is probably not your twin. And you're probably not even a twin at all. Like, I remember when I first started my journey, everybody thought that they were a twin. Like, everybody was like, oh, am I a twin? Am I a twin? Oh, is so-and-so my twin? Is so-and-so my twin? And I remember just being, just like, you know, being bored and being at work and just, you know, on my break or whatever, I would, like, one of my favorite readers would post up, would do a live. And it was so many women in the chat bashing their twin, like, bashing their other counterpart, like, oh, F him, he ain't ish. Oh, if he want to stay with that B, let him stay. He always treat me like shit. Point blank. You just said if he want to stay with that B, let him stay because he treat me like ish. So why are you sitting here watching the video for somebody that treats you like shit? What does that say about you in the long run? It means that you like being treated like shit. You're used and you're comfortable to being treated like shit. So that's how that person is going to treat you, just like shit. You're sitting in here, you're in this video, you're bashing somebody, but then you're also trying to, you know, tarot spy on them, but then you're also, you know, trying to manifest them in, but they treat you like shit. It's like, I'm gonna need you to get it all the way together. I mean, now it's a lot, you know, less, you know, crazy. But when I first started it, that's all I used to see. Like, oh, he ain't ish, or he's out here doing this, or he out here doing that. He with that karmic B, he with this, he with that, oh, it's this and it's that. And, you know, a lot of people was blaming it on, like, you know, black magic and spells. And granted, some people, they are under the illusions of spells and stuff like that. And some people, they just make fucked up choices. You understand what I'm saying? Some people just make fucked up choices. Some people make their own bed and they lie in their bed. And that's what you have to do. You have to leave them in the room to deal with their own shit. You know, so how does it look to God in the universe when you're trying to manifest somebody, but then you're also talking shit about them? How healed are you? You understand what I'm saying? Like, how healed are you really? You're really not that healed. You're really not as healed as you think you are, because look at where you're at. You understand what I'm saying? Like, look at where you're at in life. You're really not as healed, because you want to have that mindset of, you know, oh, that person is out there doing X, Y, and Z, and F that person, and all this other. It's like, it's so much unnecessary shit that's happening. Like, this shit was just, like, really, like, on my mind. And I'm like, you know, when I'm with my person, like I said, it flows so easily. It's like when we were together and we used to talk, or when we used to just have like our little funny back and forth lover square like square moments or whatever the fuck you call it. Um, People would sit there and literally like we literally stop people in the middle of wherever they was going to just so that they can hear us. You know what I'm saying? People would literally, like when we were going at it and we were going back and forth, people would literally stop to listen to us and be like, yo, I cannot with these two because they're too much. It was genuine, it was authentic and stuff like that. And that's what I cherish about my person and my connection. It was just the authentic like it was just so like so cool, so chill. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't so much effort, it wasn't so much work. Yeah, um, you know, I saw, you know, things that I needed to fix in me through him and vice versa. That's what it is. But you know, when you're with, like I said, when you're with your twin, it just flows easier than water. It's just this natural ebb and flow. It's so calm, it's so cool. Yes, if you're in a relationship or in any type of partnership, you're going to have your ups and downs. You're going to have your disagreements. That's any relationship. That's friendships. That's, you know, workship. Like when you're at work with your coworkers and your managers and stuff like that. There's going to be people in there that you fuck with. There's going to be people in there that you don't. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. But it's not hard. Like this relationship, like this friendship is not hard. Like I cherish my person and I cherish, you know, like I said, our relationship and you know how protective he used to be, you know, over me and stuff like that. And you know, just the moments that we had with each other and you know, and that's the fun thing about it. That's the fun thing about it that I can look back at and say, wow, like I really had a really dope friendship with, you know, with somebody and whether it was short lived or whatever. And it's like, and a lot of y'all think that when y'all meet y'all twin, y'all supposed to like be in this relationship. Like granted, some people are. Some people it's a business partnership. Some people, that person you met in this lifetime because you needed something to jumpstart you into the where you needed to be. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you needed to heal some stuff, so you know y'all came together and y'all not supposed to actually, you know, be together this lifetime, but because you know other people romanticize it so much, especially when I started it, they romanticized it so much that people who weren't supposed to be with their person thought that they were supposed to be with their person. So now you're sitting here with a broken heart, and it's like, baby, you wasn't supposed to be with this person in the beginning anyway. You met this person, and it triggered you into healing. It spun you out of this cycle that you were loopy in, you know. and it just is what it is, you know. You have to learn how to take it with a grain of salt and say, you know what, whatever is for me is for me, and if it's not this person, then allow me to do the necessary healing that I need to in order to, you know, get to the point where I need to be to meet whoever, you know, this mysterious guy you have for me, universe, God, Buddha, Allah, whoever you know you pray to, and it will happen. And it will happen. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, don't fuck it up for everybody else because you think you're in a connection that you're actually not. You think you're in the twin connection, you're in a karmic connection. You think you're in a twin connection, you're not in no type of connection. Like, that's just regular Joe from down the block being that asshole him that he's always been. Because Joe hasn't healed. You know what I'm saying? Like, Joe hasn't healed. Joe think he could do whatever the fuck he want to do. And you dumb enough to fall suit for it. Like, even people that I've met, they're like, you know, people want me to do what they want me to do. They want to jump that fly. And it's like, and I always tell men, especially if you're a female, and you have men in your DM, and you basically turn them away, and they get crazy with you, always remind them, like, let me tell you one thing about it. I never came checking for you, right? I never looked for you. I never even knew you existed. You found me. You hit me up. You came to me. So always remember that before you open your mouth, where you ended up at. Like, you put your own fucking foot in your mouth and I just shoved that bitch down your throat. Like, that's all that it was. That's all that it was. I always tell people that, like, remember, I never came checking for you. You came checking for me. You hit me up. So remember that the next motherfucking time. Okay? You hit me up. I didn't hit you up. You hit me up. Remember that. You know? It's like, I always tell people, don't put your foot in your mouth because I shoved that shit down your throat. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I am not the one. You know, it's like, you came looking for me, buddy, okay? A lot of people have this sense of entitlement, so, and they want what they want when they want it and how they want it. I've run across guys that mirror that same thing in me. It's like, excuse me, y'all. It's like, I want what I want when I want it. I had a thing with control. I remember I went on a date with one person and he was like, oh, what do you want? What do you want to eat? And I was like, I want to eat seafood. But I wanted to go where I wanted to go, you know, and I wasn't taking into consideration that, first of all, he was driving. First of all, it was in a whole nother borough, and we had to pass 2 other boroughs to get there. First of all, it was in the city. He would have to find parking, and you know, and you know, all this other things and stuff like that. Now, I wasn't, you know, being considerate of, you know, what he do and the time and all this other stuff, because we did go out pretty late. And I was just like, I was on this thing of being in control. It was like, I want to do what I want to do. And if I don't do what I want, then now I have a nasty attitude. Now I have an attitude. Now I don't want to talk to you. Now I don't, you know, I'm going to be distant and stuff like that. So I had to basically, you know, take him into consideration. Okay, he got off of work at this time. You know, this place is in the city. You know, the parking in the city is horrible. He might have to park in the garage, and then he's going to have to pay that price and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, all this other factors. Like, I was just thinking of me in the moment and what I wanted to do, and wasn't really considering another person's, you know, feelings and what they have going on. So I had to learn how to put that back and say, you know, it's not where I wanted to go, but you know, I still wound up at a restaurant where I had seafood. You know, I still wound up there. And, you know, it was just being grateful. It was just learning, you know, you're not in control of things. And you can't control everything. And, you know, just be grateful for the moment that you're in. You know, a lot of people, they don't want to be grateful for the moment. They just want what they want when they want it. And then when they don't get it, they want to have a whole bitch fit. And we can't do that. We cannot do that, you know, but yeah, y'all just need to make sure that if y'all are looking, sorry, y'all might like, what's going on? I'm making me a breakfast, okay? I do work a little bit later, so I just decided to make my usual morning go-to breakfast and my coffee. And, you know, so be mindful when you are, you know, researching or listening to certain things. And a lot of things, like a lot of people is like on TikTok now. Oh, goodness. You know, and and one thing I want to also go and say too, this goes back to the beginning of my journey. A lot of people at that time, because I don't know, twin flame journeys really popped off. Like now, mind you, I've always been into tarot and everything like that, and you know, the whole metaphysical and spirituality, and you know, and everything like that. That's always been like my thing. Like, I've always found happiness in that. And I did, and when I go back a few years, people been talking about twin flames for a while now. I just noticed that about 2 years or so ago. Like 2 years ago, I want to say, I used to look up things on like quick little love readings or whatever, just to kill time or whatever. And I didn't know about twin flames until I was shown what my situation was. So, you know, that was something pretty much right there on its own. And even at that time when my journey did kick off, like I said, there was a lot of readers who was mixing up karmic and twin. And they're like, oh, well, this person did you wrong. This person did you dirty, but they're sorry. They want you to forgive them, so take them back. They didn't mean to. Like, how you going to tell me to take somebody back that fucked me over? You understand what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I know they lied. I know they cheated on you. I know they probably did some fucked up shit to you, but they truly love you, so take them back. And it's like, fuck, what? What are you talking about? Like, like they were selling, like they were fucking selling this twin shit so hard. And a lot of people, a lot of readers are fluff readers. That's what I call them. A lot of them are fluff readers because fluff is where the money is at. Fluffy love reading is where the love, where the money and the views is at. And don't tell me, some shit that I don't need to know or some shit that's not real because it's what no. Tell me what I need to hear in the moment. Tell me that I need to get my shit together. Tell me that I'm acting like I'm important, like Tyler Tarot. It's like you're trying to be important right now and you're not. Stop trying to be important. It's like, tell me the truth. Tell me the real motherfucking deal. Don't sit here and lie to me. Y'all, this shit gonna be good as fuck because I made it, and I know it's gonna be bomb because I made it. You know what I'm saying? And, and I always tell people, when you do the work on yourself, I don't even know where I left off at, y'all, because I had to answer the door and stuff like that. But yeah, you have to, this journey is not for the weak. This journey is not for the faint at heart. This journey is not for the the runners. This journey, I mean, when I say runners, I mean the people who's always going to, continuously run from life, from healing, from everything. This journey is for those people this journey is for the brave. This journey is for the strong. I always say, God gives his, toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. And if you gonna run, baby, you out. You just forfeited your whole position. Now, have twins forfeited their position because they didn't want to go through the journey, they didn't want to heal and stuff like that? Yes, they have. Is your twin the only person, the only soulmate that you have out there? No, it is not. So it's okay to embrace people. Just think of it as, people who go out there and they have multiple, like, sugar daddies and stuff like that. Like, they're not just, like, banking on that one person. They have multiple people. So, I don't know why sugar daddy just came up, child. Maybe that's something. So you have to pretty much look at it that way. Like, it's multiple people out there, and maybe you do have a thing of commitment because maybe when you were, growing up, a young adult or, a teen or a kid, it's like things happened to you. Maybe it was you, every time you got close to something or someone, it left. So you became emotionally unavailable, and you stopped attaching yourself and stopped making deeper connections with people, places, and or things because you felt like every time you attach yourself to it or you give your energy, your full energy to it, it left you in a way. Like, it left. Like, it could be a job, whether you got really comfortable and, really happy in the job, the next thing you know, you lose your job. Or it could be relationships, it could be friendships, it could be family, it could be literally any aspect in life. It's like anytime you get too close to something or someone, it disappears. It leaves you hanging, leaves you stranded. So you are like, I'm not going to, invest me into this thing because this is the outcome. This is what I know. And it's like you're, manifesting that outcome as well because it's already in you. And, it's just like me. I had to learn how to let people let people show their actions. People could talk the talk to me all they want, but it's your actions and stuff like that. And if that action don't match some words that's coming out of your mouth, then it's like, what are we talking for? And I feel like a lot of people, male and female, need to really start knowing their worth and knowing, what they will and won't, lower their bar for. And when I say lower their bar, it's like, okay, let's say you're at a job, and let's say your current job, you're doing the job, you're an amazing employee there. The pay sucks, the management there sucks, and they keep giving you false hope, false promises, right? So let's say, like, if they say, oh, we're thinking of, giving you this position, or how would you like this position? I think you're going to be great in this position, and so on and so forth. And, they're really feeding you this thing as if you're going to get this position and whatever. Like, oh yeah, we are in consideration, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But then they turn around and they hire other people for that position. It's like, how does that work? How you want to tell me something and then not give it to me, but slap me in the face by hiring other people? Like, that just clearly don't make any type of sense whatsoever. I think it's like the dumbest shit that can ever happen. I think it's so stupid. And let's say it keeps happening, and you're just viewing it. You're just letting time go, and you're just like, okay, let's see what happens or whatever, because you actually like the spot, you like the people, you have connections there, and then it's still happening. So you go and you apply for something else. Now this position that you just applied for might be in the same pay range, but guess what? It's a higher position. So now, let's say if you was a sales associate, now you are a team lead with keys, or something of that. So now you got keys to the business. So yeah, although you probably make the same amount of money, you have the position that you actually want. It might not. Let's say if you're, let's say, a team lead, and you apply for an assistant manager, but they give you, a supervisor position. You're still in management. I always say, when you apply for certain positions that you don't get, it's like, it's something about you that you need to fix or critique. Like, you just need to tweak it a little bit in order to get it, because it could be your wording, it could be the way you're showing up, it could be anything. It's like, that resume gotta match the person that's appearing there, okay? So just make sure that you are doing that. Yeah, y'all. And if y'all know me, y'all know I'm going to throw little nuggets of a little bit of everything and everything. A little bit of everything and everywhere. And that's just how it is. That's just how the message is going to be. I could go from talking about twin flames to jobs and all this other stuff, because somebody actually needs to hear it, okay? It's not just about you, okay? Stop trying to be important. Stop trying to make everything about you. Baby, it's not all about you, okay? Learn to step the fuck back and learn to just do your own thing. People want to make everything all about them, and then they get butthurt when the situation isn't about them. You're not that fucking important, okay? Because if you were, you wouldn't be where you are at. You wouldn't be where you are at if you were that important. But you're not that important. So if you were so important, you wouldn't have time to care about shit that don't serve you. Pretty much. It's pretty much the simplest way I can put it. So, y'all just gotta make sure that, like I said, all throughout life, and make sure your resume matches who the fuck shows up. And your resume is you. Alright? So make sure you show the fuck up. You just gotta make sure you show the fuck up. Okay? You can't have a professionally well-made resume. You coming off to people as if you're this person, and these are your standards, and you have your boundaries all together, and blah, 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 and then you show up looking like a shit show. So, I've seen it. And it's like, Are you sure? Are you sure you up for the part? Are you sure you up for the part? Are you sure you up for the part? Because that's going to make them look at you and be like, yeah, I don't think this resume is actually correct. I think you might be missing something, or you probably just added something in here that doesn't necessarily belong in here, but you know what I'm saying. So make sure you are always, on your P's and Q's and, the shit like that. Like I said, these journeys are not built for everybody because you're going to be tested in so many different areas of your life. And, you know, and it happens, and definitely when it comes to, raising a bar for yourself, definitely know what you deserve in your worth. And, I always say times that by 10. Times that by 10. Times that by 10. If you are like, let's say, if your bare minimum, salary that you take is 25, go for 30, go for 35. Why not? Why fucking not? You start high and then you go low, because what if you go to 35 and they go, well, we can do 30, boom. You're in your mind, your minimum was 25. Now because you went high and then they kind of was like, well, we can absolutely do 30. You're getting 5 more than your bare minimum. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you always gotta aim higher and then work your way down. And I learned that at my first retail job too. One of the managers told me, he was like, you start from the highest price and then you work your way down. He said because then they're gonna feel like it's affordable and they can buy it, versus just starting with something low and then trying to bring them something high. You never start low, you always go high and then you go down. You understand what I'm saying? So if your bare minimum is $30 an hour, go for 40, go for 45. Why the fuck not? 45. Oh no, we can give you 45, we can give you 40. Okay. That's 10 more, baby. My shit was 30, and I went to 45, and then you gave me 40. So boom, I'm still on the motherfucking money. But make sure that whatever you're applying your tax to, which is your worth, it matches you. Because a lot of y'all be applying your taxes to shit that don't matches up. It don't add up to you. It don't add up to you. It don't add up to you. Like, you need to understand that, and this is where the twin flame situation comes into play too. Like, you need to understand your worth. You need to understand that you are worthy. And that love in that person that you're seeking, you need to understand that it's already there. It's in you already. That thing is in you, and other people see it, and other people want some of it, and other people want to taste it. It's like, you gotta know that you are the drug. Remember Twilight when Edward told Bella, it's like, you're like my drug, you're like a heroin and I can't shake it. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you're a drug. You're so magnetizing and mesmerizing, and people flock to you, and people love you, and people just want to be next to you, and people, when you're not there, you're missed, and when you're there, they're so happy that you're there because you are breath of fresh air. You freshen them up. You lighten them up. It's like you are that person, and people want a taste of you. People want to be near you. People would do anything to be in your energy, to be on a date with you, to be your friend, to know what's going on in your life. Like, they would do anything they're craving you. So now that you know that, you need to act as if you need to act it. You need to live it. You need to walk down the street and know that you're an amazing person, and that you're magnetizing and you're mesmerizing people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, once you start to figure out who you are and your magic and how you can, we all have our own little magic within us, So it's like, once you figure out your magic, you can use that. You can use that at a job interview. Be charming, be funny, be, goofy. They're going to love it. Like, when I first started my job, my new job, everybody would, even my store manager, he was just like, oh my goodness, like, I just love you. Like, they all were just like, oh my goodness, your energy, I love your personality, your energy. And it's the same fucking energy, it's the same personality that it's me. You understand what I'm saying? But it's because I know my charm. I'm a Libra, of course. Like, I know my charm. I know that I can pretty much manifest anything in. And, and when you know that, you have to understand that you're going to attract the good and the bad. Because, the bad wants to get up in the good. And, it's like you have to understand, but you have to know, and you have to work on yourself first and foremost. Like, your mindset. How do you think of things? How do you view things? How do you view yourself? How do you look? When you look at yourself, what comes to your mind? If it's things about you that you need to tweak, let's say you don't like, it's your hairstyle or it's your skin. Maybe you're not drinking enough water or doing enough skin regimen to have healthier skin. Maybe it's your weight. Maybe it's the way you dress. Maybe it's the way you talk, your mannerisms and etiquettes and stuff like that. Maybe it's your makeup, or maybe, it's something about you that you just want to tweak. And I want to say, just tweak it little by little. If it's working out, if it's your body, if it's getting back, it's that, watch what you're eating, drink enough water. Go for walks if you can't go to a gym, or do home. There's so much stuff on YouTube, home exercising on YouTube and stuff like that. Go and do that. And if you need workout clothes, go and apply for a workout store, like a store that sells like an aloe, or somewhere like that sells workout clothes and stuff like that. You can even do things like, I don't know who won't go to like the Old Navy or Gap or anything like that, but there's places out there that you can buy your regular clothes and workout clothes at the exact same time. So you can, get your nice little dress going on, and you can also get your gym stuff going on. So it's like, you have to utilize that. And you have to understand that you are worthy, you are beyond worthy of anything that you're putting expectations on. So you have to know that you are the prize, and that you are the catch, and that, I know they normally say, like, he who finds a wife finds the kingdom and stuff like that. You have to know that you are the kingdom. You have to know that you are the kingdom, that the king, is looking to, is looking to, and it's not like an ownership of it, because the king and the queen both rule. You understand what I'm saying? But he knows, like, if you watch any movie with kings and queens, he knows when the fuck to back the fuck down when it comes to her. Like, he knows, like, she ain't the one. So you have to understand that you are your own king, and you are in your own kingdom. And anybody that comes along, they're not a 50% of who you are. They're 100%. Like, they're an add-on. You understand what I'm saying? It's like when you get to the checkout at a restaurant or like a shopping store or whatever, and they go and they try to add on something to your purchase. That's what the next person is. They're the add-on. So you can either accept or reject. You can even say, what does that do? How can that benefit me? And then let them go and let them talk about the product. Let them talk about what it does for you. And then you can say, that's not going to work for me. Or you can say, let's try it out and see where it goes. If not, I can always return it, right? If not, I can always throw you in the trash. If not, I can always give you away. You won't be up in my house or in my energy. Yeah, no, you won't. So, it's just how it goes. It's just how it goes, okay? So, definitely, ladies, just make sure that you are doing the best for you at all moments. And men too, make sure that y'all are doing the best, and make sure that y'all are not accepting the bare minimum. If y'all, and this is with everything. This is men. Like, a lot of people want you to like a certain type because you're a certain race and stuff like that. It's like, baby, I don't accept the bare minimum. So, once you know that you're not accepting the bare minimum, now you have to raise who you are. So you can't be, a Dusty or whatever they call them nowadays, and be like, I don't accept bare minimums, but yet you're still in the energy of bare minimumness. Okay, so it's like you're still accepting bare minimum jobs. It's like you're still accepting bare minimum people. It's like you're still expecting bare minimum shit. It's like, if you want more, you have to put yourself in a position physically, mentally, emotionally, vibrationally align yourself to that. Like, I deserve more, and like, I know I am worth more. And then that's when they'll start to attract to you. So, you are what you attract. So if you could talk, you could say, "Oh, I don't accept bare minimums," but you're accepting the bare minimum motherfucker that hit you up in your DM. So how does this go? How does this go? Do you dress as a bare minimum? Do you carry yourself as a bare minimum person, or do you carry yourself as a high value person? What are we doing? Because you can't say I'm a high value person, but you look bare minimum. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you gotta fit the part. It's like you gotta fit the part. You gotta fit the part. You gotta fit the part. You can't. That's like somebody that's on a bare minimum salary, but they have a Porsche. It's like you gotta fit the part because you're not gonna have that for much longer because yeah, no. And I know a lot of people like that live above their means. They have no food in their refrigerator, but yet they have every pair of Jordans, they have Gucci, they have Louis, they have all this designer stuff, and it's like, but your priorities is all fucked up. It's realigning your priorities to make sure that you are the best version of you. Because if you have your priorities and your life out of whack, you're going to meet people who's out of whack in some areas of their life, and their priorities are going to be off in some part of their life, and they're going to show you like, we both fucked up. Okay, so if you don't like this about me, then you need to look at you and understand that you are the same fucking way. You might have a different way. It might be in a different way, but we are the same motherfucking way. It might be different areas of our life, but we're the same motherfucking way. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So, definitely just make sure that y'all are doing the motherfucking work and that y'all are doing what the fuck y'all need to be doing. And don't just say what y'all want to do. Actually do it. Actually, commit to yourself. If y'all have commitment issues, the best way to really fix that is making commitments to yourself first, and then working on those things, and then it'll start to build up. Because let's say if you work on, like, you do a commitment at a gym or something like that, and you go there, let's say you got a crazy schedule, you can only go there 3 times a week. Okay, I could go here 3 times a week, but I can, on these 2 days, I can commit to home workout in the morning or at night or wherever you get off. Let's say if you work something like a 9 to 3, you get home about 5. Okay, you can do 2 hours of a workout or something like that. It's really not that strenuous. You just got to make sure that you commit to yourself first and foremost before you can commit to something else. And I'm glad of myself for elevating and moving up. Like, I am, like, I'm glad of myself for elevating and moving up in areas where, I find it really amazing. I do, like, I find it really amazing. I find it really intriguing. I love it. I love everything about it. Like, I absolutely love it. So yeah, y'all. That's just something. Who the hell is calling me? That's just something that I want to tell y'all. Because I think it's really important to know all of these things. Like, y'all know how my video goes. It flows like water, baby. It flows like water. Okay, you're gonna get a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So, guys, that's just what I wanted to tell y'all. And make sure y'all do the damn thing. Okay, make sure y'all do the damn thing. So, this is the end for now. Okay, this is the end for now. Make sure, like I said, your resume matches the person that shows up. Okay, make sure your resume matches the person that's in front. That's in front of the hiring person, okay? And that could be yourself. When I say resume, I don't mean the physical job. I just mean the person you portray to be. When a employer reads your resume, they are, reading your job, your job descriptions and your powers and what you do and what you can do. And your resume is you. Your resume is you, so you have to make sure that you show up, okay? So when people hear about you, when people read about you, you are the person that they see. Okay, you embody what they read about you. You embody that. Okay, you're not like unsure and I don't know. No, baby, you are strong. You are bold. You are confident. You are one of a kind. Okay, start with these affirmations. You are strong. You are bold. You are confident. You are one of a kind. There's no one else like you. You are uniquely you. You have the touch of gold. You have the gift of gab. You know what I'm saying? You know, you are. You just are. Okay? Okay? So I want to thank y'all all for stopping by and viewing the video. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the girl. And like I said, one thing I am going to work on is definitely consistency. But my thing is, I get a lot of messages, but they're personal messages for myself first. And then it goes into like collective messages and stuff like that. So I'm not one that just want to get on here and just like tell you shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. There's people out there that do it. That's great. It's not me. So, once I get the message and then my personal message, then I take out what I need to take out of that, then I am, spirit is redirecting me, and they're like, now you can go, since you marinated and since come to, now you can go and give the messages to the collective, because now we have to get you out the way first. Like, we have to deal with you first before you can deal with them. Okay, so that's just what the fuck it is. Okay, feel me? Like I said, thank y'all all for viewing the video, liking, comment, sharing, and subscribing to this Blackout chit chat video. And I will see you all